Obviously, we know how long we was waiting and how close we'd come in the past. So I think it was big for everyone, the fans, the club. Now that they've got that in the bag, hopefully, they can push on and get more.
I like how you said, is that a club that you maybe could see a return down the line? Adam Patel from the Daily Mail, Harry Kane, Bayern Munich striker, England captain, StatSports ambassador. Tell us, how important is the academy for young players? I mean, imagine you had that when you were young.
Yeah, I think it's important. I think back to when I was younger and trying to improve, trying to get better. You didn't have too many tools out there to really see what you needed to improve on. I think that's where the StatSports Academy app really dives into that, seeing kind of your weaknesses, what areas you need to work harder at. And yeah, for any young boy or girl growing up, I think that's a great tool to have. So it's a huge plus, and I think used in the right way, it can be really effective.
You've had an incredible start to the season. Hat-trick Harry, they're calling it. Is it the best you felt?
I think so. It's the best start to any season I've had for sure. Just feel in a really good place. I think I've been here in Munich for a couple of years now, and I think just everything's settled. Off the pitch is going well. My wife, kids are happy, and that all contributes. So physically, I'm in a good place. Mentally, I'm at that age now where just got loads of experience, know what it's like going into games, and just excited. I'm playing in a team that create loads of chances, and I know if I get chances, I'm going to score.
What have you loved about Munich? Because when you made that move, it wasn't the usual sort of route to take. What is it that attracted you, and why 3-4 years down the line you're thriving?
Yeah, I think just such a big club. I wanted to experience something different, different league, a different culture. And Bayern Munich are just a club, I think, known around Europe for being one of the best every year, always one of the favourites to win the Champions League. And I just wanted to test myself at that level. And since I've arrived, the welcome I've had from the fans and the club has been incredible, and obviously helps when I'm scoring goals as well. And I've just loved it. And like I said, not just on the pitch, but also off the pitch, they've been great to me. Everyone's been amazing to my family, and it just feels like my second home now. So I'm loving it. I'm enjoying every moment of it, and hopefully it continues.
I've got to ask you about Vincent Kompany, a player that you came up against many times, but working with him, do you think that's unlocked a different level to your game, such an elite defender?
I think so. I think you're seeing that over the last kind of year and a couple of months. I think he's a fantastic coach, not just what he does, not just the way we play and formations and tactics, but also just the way he is as a person. I think we're very similar in our mindsets and how we look at a team and how we want to work. And it's not just about individuals, it's about all coming together in the right moment and defending as a team, scoring as a team. These are all important factors. So, full credit to him, because, the moment he come in, there was question marks about what he would bring, and he's been absolutely fantastic, and I've loved working with him, and looking forward to many more moments together.
In particular, on your own game, has he helped you change anything?
I wouldn't say anything specifically. Maybe one thing that stands out is more one-touch play around the box. I think when you're at a team like Bayern Munich, you're going to come up against teams in low blocks and defending deep. I'm someone who likes to kind of turn on the ball and play forward passes, and that's not always possible. So we spoke a lot about playing around the corner quickly, one touch, open body, all these sort of things that I feel like I've added to my game as well. So just not getting stuck on the ball as much, and a bit more fluidity, and always trying to improve. And I think he pushes that. It doesn't matter if you scored 400 goals or no goals. He's trying to improve you as a player and person, and he's definitely done that with me.
You've won a fair bit of silverware here, but watching Spurs win the Europa League last year, was that a nice feeling?
It was great to see. I've got a lot of friends there still, not just players but staff as well. And obviously we know how long we was waiting and how close we'd come in the past. So I think it was big for everyone, the fans, the club, everyone involved, to just have that feeling and get that one over the line. That's always important. And now that they've got that in the bag, hopefully they can push on and get more.
I like how you said, is that a club that you maybe could see a return down the line?
I'm not sure. I'm very happy here in Munich. It's not something I'm thinking about. I think it'll always be we, because I spent my whole life there. I'm a fan of them and always will watch them and see how they're getting on. So they'll always be part of my life for sure. But as for now, I'm just loving it here.
And what if you end up facing them in the Champions League? That'd be a pretty special
moment.
Yeah,
we played them in pre-season, which obviously ain't as big because it's not a proper game. But we'll have to wait and see. They've got off to a good start. There's definitely it can happen further down the line. We'll have to wait and see if that arises.
I mean, great start to your season, a World Cup year. I mean, England have got there. It's the final part now. How's life been under Thomas Tuchel? Do you think this is finally the year England crack it?
Hopefully, that's always the aim. I mean, look, we've had a great start to the qualifying campaign. I know people just expect us to qualify, but you still have to go out there and do it. I thought the last performance we had against Serbia was at a really high level, and that's the kind of standard that we have to set for all the games going forward. And of course, there's going to be tougher games on hopefully that run to winning the World Cup. But look, we're at the start of the mountain. There's a long way to climb. There's a lot of ups and downs along the way. What we're building with the new coach is that togetherness and trying to build that team, because once you get to a tournament, you're going to be with each other for 6-7 weeks, and you have to be able to get along with each other. So it's not just on the pitch; it's off the pitch as well. That's important. And we've started really well, and a couple more camps coming up to add to that.
You know him well. You see that winning mentality. Do you think it's just a case of peaking at the right time come next summer?
Yeah, for sure. He's got experience in the biggest tournaments. He's got a great record in the major tournaments, and that's what it comes down to. There's a lot of great teams, us being one of them. But ultimately, it's who can kind of put it together at the right moment, who can keep their players fit, who can be sharp enough. And then, tournaments is about moments. We got to 2 finals by big moments, stepping up and doing what we need to do. And obviously, we fell short in the final moment. But that gives us confidence that we can be there and just take that extra step.
You played at the Club World Cup. Are you aware of just how challenging it could be in the summer, especially with the heat?
The heat was tough, to be honest. I thought it was a great experience for me to have that already in the locker and kind of know what it's going to be like. Some of them games at midday, 3 p.m. kickoffs were pretty brutal, to be honest. But that's part and parcel when you play these World Cups. I think that's what adds to, that's what makes them special. You're not just playing in your comfort zone. You're playing against teams who are maybe more used to it, and you have to find a way to adapt and win. So, of course, we'll do everything we can to prepare for that, but ultimately it's going to come down to just that grind and that determination once we're there.
What are your own personal ambitions? I mean, you're going to hit 100 for Bayern soon.
Yeah, no, we got a great chance for all the trophies. I think whenever you start a season with Bayern Munich, you're favourites in quite a lot, the league and the cup. We haven't had great cup runs since I've been here, so we want to try and put that right this year and go as far as we can in that. And then Champions League, we're still early stages, of course. Right now, it's just about qualifying and trying to get into that top 8. But then ultimately, it's about trying to be there and win the competition. And going into a World Cup as well, you want to be playing at the best ability you can. And we've started well. I've started well, but there's a long way to go from now until then.
And for yourself, hitting 100 goals for Bayern, is that sort of justification that this was the right move for you?
Yeah, I've always backed myself to score, and a couple away now from 100 would be nice to get there as soon as possible. But ultimately, I always say, once you reach these milestones, it's about the next milestone, the next 100. And I'm really proud of how things have gone so far, and hopefully just many more to come.